This week we're going to highlight planting progress and weather trends here in the U.S. We're going to turn our attention to exports, where the big news this week was China agreeing to buy more U.S. ag products. We'll touch on that briefly. We're going to wrap things up with the long-term review of November soybean futures. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into the last half of May here, and this market remains exceptionally volatile. The big news this week was China making a new agreement to purchase more ag products from the U.S. We'll have more details for when it becomes clear for our end, but for the moment, we're going to highlight that in our export section today. Let's start out this week looking at trends in planting progress here in the U.S. We're starting out here looking at planting progress remaining brisk here, 67% done nationwide versus 63% last year. Look at the 5-year average though, only 53%. A couple areas that we'll highlight once again that are very quick relative to the 5-year average, including Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and also up in Minnesota. Let's now take a look at the last few years here, history. Again, the fastest pace we've seen in quite a while here, if not record pace in beans. Over the next 2 weeks, on average, approximately 27% of U.S. beans are planted between May 17th and the 31st. So, weather permitting, we may be approaching 90 to 95% of the beans planted by the end of the month. Speaking of weather, let's take a look at the short-term trends. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're starting out here looking at past precip for the last 14 days, kind of a proxy for topsoil moisture, if you will. Notice it's been dry up in the northern plains and also in the southern corn belt. Kind of a band in between that's been kind of closer to normal. A bit of dryness the last couple of weeks in northern Illinois and also in Michigan. What about rainfall? Now into Wednesday of this week, we're looking at most of the heavier rain south in that green area. Looking forward now to Thursday through Saturday of this week. The heaviest rain of 1 to 2 inches in that pink area there. The green area anywhere from 1/2 to 1.5 inches. Let's take a look at rainfall totals now over the next 2 weeks. Now again, the heaviest rain in the green there is mostly south. Part of the eastern corn belt too is going to be wet, closer to normal across most of the western corn belt as well as the northern plains. Let's shift gears now and focus on export trends here in the U.S. Now total bean exports as we near the end of the third quarter of the marketing year are 22% lower than last year. Now we've highlighted this moving forward. Of course, the major reason is China, looking at those last 5 years relative to this year. But the big news this week was China has agreed to buy more ag products from the U.S. The key question is, will that be old or new crop beans? And it's not quite clear at the moment, but it's something we'll be monitoring very closely for you over the next several weeks. Let's wrap things up this week. Look at trends in November beans. And November beans, as we tape here on Tuesday, are trading about $11.50 a bushel. And notice now from end of May all the way into harvest there in October, look at that potential for increased price volatility, both to the upside and to the downside. That's why it's critical for you to continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement and avoid price prediction. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 309-664-2300. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. Remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an update. I want to take this moment to also wish you a safe and enjoyable Memorial Day weekend. Thanks a lot.